Hey, Faith Church, I hope you are well. I'm in my garage because we have a house full of kids back home, and my son's roommate's here, and this is the only place I could find with a little quiet tonight. So I may stay out here for a while. Um, just wanted to check in, another house to house video here. I've been on the phone and on the screen a lot this today. I've seen a lot of people today, but most all of them through a screen like this or through a cell phone. And it's good. I'm grateful to be able to connect with people, but I'm missing, maybe like you are, I'm just missing the contact face to face that we are all used to having. I met with my life group I'm in this morning, group of men that we've gathered for 15 years every once a week, every early in the morning at Cafe Latte around a table with coffee and oatmeal and sharing breakfast and conversation and prayer together. And we met on Zoom, and it was good, really good to be together. But I miss being face to face with those guys and with so many of you, with all of you. Um, and I know that there's just something about face to face, being able to shake somebody's hand and give them a hug and read body language, and it's just important. And I recognize some of you are really missing that because maybe you're sheltering in place alone and really have almost no face-to-face contact, and I can appreciate how difficult that might be. As we're reading the scriptures, and hope you got a chance to read Matthew 19 and Psalm 150, the last psalm today. Tomorrow we go back to Psalm 1. Matthew 19, a little section there where Jesus has this interaction with children. It's a beautiful couple verses, and wish I could have seen it. The children try to come to Jesus. The disciples stop them. The teacher doesn't want to be bothered with you, and Jesus will have none of it. He lets the children come, and we would love to imagine that what that would have looked like. I have no problem imagining him down on his knees, maybe on his lap, piggyback rides, wrestling. Who knows? But I'm sure it was physical, face to face contact, because that's how Jesus is. All through the Gospels, he heals physically. He's with people. He's he's just face to face, and it's really remarkable if you think about it. That this is God. This is the God of the universe, the Creator of the universe, who decided and could have revealed Himself in any way, but decided to come and become one of us. We call that the incarnation. That Christ took on flesh and came to be with us face to face. Even for God, even for our Creator, being face to face is incredibly important. Um, I mentioned last Sunday that Jesus is the incarnation of God, and we as the church are the incarnation of Christ. We're not divine, but we are Christ's body. And when we're face to face, we are Christ for one another. We can do that certainly over the phone line or over video. But I know we're all looking forward to the time to be back together face to face. And this time will pass. This shelter in place will pass, and we will be able to gather and have coffee together and worship together and be in each other's presence. And in a more broader sense, this time will also pass. I know the scriptures promise us that someday, when Christ returns, physically returns, that we will be ushered into God's kingdom where we will be with God, and God will be with us. I think face to face with Christ, we will be His people, and He will be our God, and all will be restored. And we long not only for shelter in place to be over, but we long for this age to be over and Christ to come. And that is our prayer and our hope. So I hope you are well. Keep looking out for each other. Think of one person tomorrow that you can call in the church, somebody who maybe is alone, and encourage one another. I know you're doing that. Continue to do that. I've been encouraged by so many of you. And we look forward, of course, to being in worship again on Sunday morning, the beginning of Holy Week. So bless you tonight. I pray you know God's grace and peace, the love of our Father, the grace of Christ, and the fellowship of the Spirit. I will see you soon.